Stop scrolling right now and look exactly where my finger is pointing. The sellers of this Florida property are so desperate to offload it that they have slashed the active listing price all the way down to $39,999. This is a real physical property located at 823 South Warner Avenue in Perry, Florida. If we look closely at the price history, this exact property originally hit the market back in June of 2025 with an asking price of $80,000. It has been bleeding value ever since, suffering massive price drops down to 70, then 45, and now sitting just under 40 grand.
Wow.
In a modern housing market where finding real estate in Florida for under 50 grand sounds completely impossible, you are probably assuming this is a scam, a mobile home park, or a leased land trap. It isn't. You actually own the dirt. But before you rush to wire the cash to Florida, we need to take a brutal, unfiltered look at the reality of what you are actually buying. Because on this channel we do not sugarcoat the housing market. Today we are breaking down exactly why a house in Florida is sitting on the market at a 50% discount. Let's start by looking at the paper specifications, because the massive selling point of this listing isn't actually the house, it is the land itself. For $39,000 you are getting an incredible 0.94 acre corner lot. This is almost a full acre of completely unrestricted Florida dirt with absolutely no HOA fees attached. This property is located in Taylor County, which is nestled in Florida's Big Bend region. The listing explicitly highlights this area for its rural charm, vast forests, outdoor recreation, and tight-knit small-town communities. Sitting directly on that massive lot is a single-family structure featuring 1,130 square feet of living area, divided into 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. When you do the math, this entire package breaks down to a mind-blowing $35 per square foot. On paper, buying a 3-bedroom house on a 1-acre corner lot in Florida for the price of a used pickup truck sounds like the ultimate real estate lottery ticket. But the illusion completely shatters the moment you look at the structure. Here is the raw, unfiltered truth. You are not buying a livable home. You are buying a rapidly decaying 95-year-old wooden skeleton. This single-family residence was originally constructed all the way back in 1929. While it technically features hardwood floors and a wood-burning fireplace, it has absolutely no modern heating or cooling systems installed. The listing agent does not try to hide the reality of this property. The description bluntly warns potential buyers that the home is currently in poor condition. But it gets worse. The listing also explicitly states that the house has an irregular or unfavorable layout and shape. This means that even if you wanted to strip the walls down to the studs and rebuild the interior, the actual physical footprint and framing of the house are fundamentally flawed. You cannot simply paint the walls and install new cabinets. You are fighting against nearly a century of wear and tear on a layout that no longer makes structural sense. The absolute biggest financial trap hiding inside this $39,000 price tag is the cost of what comes next. The listing description ends with a massive legal and financial warning, stating that the property will require significant renovation or possible removal. Let's translate that into real estate reality. This is not a weekend DIY fixer-upper. This is a massive, capital-intensive construction zone. If you choose to renovate, you are taking on the nightmare of bringing a 1929 structure up to modern Florida building codes, which means dealing with outdated plumbing, highly dangerous electrical wiring, and potential structural rot. However, the listing itself suggests possible removal. This means the most financially viable option might actually be to bulldoze the entire house and start completely from scratch. You are essentially paying 40 grand purely for the acre of land, and the 1929 house sitting on the top of it is nothing more than a massive demolition bill waiting to happen. When you look at the complete picture, 823 South Warner Avenue is the ultimate test of real estate strategy. If you want almost a full acre of Florida land and have the heavy machinery and budget for a massive demolition or a total rebuild, this corner lot could be an incredible blank canvas. But if you are looking for a cheap house to live in, this is a financial trap that will drain your bank account. It is a massive gamble, and I am putting the challenge directly to you. If you had $40,000 in cash right now, would you buy this Florida corner lot and attempt to salvage the 1929 skeleton, or is this property a total tear down? Type buy or pass in the comment section below. I read and analyze every single response, and remember our ironclad deal. I do not gatekeep these properties. The moment this video hits exactly 100 likes, I will instantly unlock the active listing details and the agent direct contact info right at the top of the description box. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next deep dive expose, and let me know in the comments which state we should investigate next.